Patsy Doyle went missing 5 years ago. They started calling her Poof Patsy. I thought it was because she wore those poofy sleeves. It was because it was like poof. She disappeared and no one knew where she went. Everyone at the courthouse was talking about it. Well, you know, I was there because my son, he was a doctor. Well, he was pretending to be a doctor. So I was there for his trial because, you know, you try and do the best you can with your kids. And then sometimes they just pretend to be doctors and operate on hundreds of patients. As it turns out, you do have to know what you're doing when you're operating. I know, because you can get in there elbows deep and all of a sudden you gotta know what you're doing. Otherwise, there's gonna be problems. And you know what? There were a few problems. That's why I was at the courthouse that day. I don't think this is the right box for this. So let me just, Carol, do we have a different box for this? Hold on just a second. I know we got something. I pulled these out of the attic, okay? They're not even haunted. Don't worry. As it turns out, when you do surgeries on people and you don't know what you're doing, sometimes people die. And honestly, that's out of our control. So there I was, not trying to listen in on what was going on with Poofy Patsy. But there was a confidential room I happened to be standing next to where they happened to be discussing her case. You know, they call my son Dr. Death, and honestly, I think that's a little bit harsh. Well, just because it's not that he meant to kill people, it's just when you get in there, you really gotta know what you're doing, you know? So there I am listening in a little bit. They have a suspect. I'm not sure if they said Nasty Nancy or Maroon Marge. You know what, I forgot to write down the price on this one. Carol. Yeah, what were we charging for this one? No, it's Tuesday. I don't see any red tags on this. Well, you know I had to repaint Maroon Marge's door because someone wrote Patsy Doyle on it in red spray paint. Hold on just a second. Okay, let me just... And you know what? The cops didn't even look into that, so I'm not even going to get into that because I just feel like they're not doing their job. You know, they're wasting time on Dr. Death and, you know, I just...